Well, hello everybody. I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about our upcoming Missions Emphasis Sunday, coming up on Sunday, January the 9th. I am excited about our Missions Emphasis Day this year. We've had one for the last couple of years, but I'm excited for a few reasons. The first reason I'm excited is because of our guest preacher, Pastor Artie Dean, from down at Bible Baptist Church in Orono. Brother Dean has a heart for missions. His church, 35 years, have participated in Faith Promise missions, and he has a lot of experience in that area as far as supporting missions and running a Faith Promise missions program. So I'm excited to hear from him that day and what the Lord lays on his heart to give to us, to help us. And so be in prayer for him. And we got some exciting things planned that day. One of the things that is new is we're going to have a photo prayer list of all of the missionaries that we support. We're going to hand that out that day, and so I'm excited about that. And so I've got some figures to report that day on what we did in 2021 and how it compares to previous years, and also what I'd like to see happen this coming year. And so be in prayer for that day. Pray for what God would have you to give to missions. Maybe you haven't been actively involved in supporting missions. Maybe you tithe and give offerings on a weekly basis, but maybe you haven't specifically gave money, designated money for Faith Promise missions. I would like you to pray about getting involved. I think it's something that every person in the church should be involved in, including the young people. And you say, well, my kids are just young and they don't have jobs. Make them work for an allowance, ways they can get involved. I know kids that have been 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 years old get involved in Faith Promise missions. And so people think about that. It's not something that the church keeps that money. This is something that goes out to get the gospel out. That's the whole point of missions, is getting the gospel out. And so I would encourage you to pray. If you haven't been involved in missions, pray and ask God what he would have you to do. Don't just say, well, I'm not involved in that. Ask God if he wants you to be involved in that. And then ask God how much he wants you to give. And it's all about faith, and it's all about making a promise and depending on God. And if you have been involved in missions over the years, you can attest to how God has met the need. He has, if you followed him in obedience, he has provided for you to give to missions. And so maybe you'd like to share a testimony along those lines. We might be doing a little bit of that here in the next few weeks. And so anyways, I'm asking for you to be here on Sunday, January the 9th. I know it's winter. We've had folks out that have been sick, and we understand that. So pray that everybody that may be down now physically is healthy come January the 9th, and pray that those that are healthy stay healthy. I would love to see 100% participation on January the 9th in two ways. Number one, I'd like to see 100% participation in our attendance. I'd like to see everybody here. Secondly, I'd like to see 100% participation in our Faith Promise missions, where everybody gives. And we've got the Faith Promise cards we'll be handing out this coming Sunday on the 2nd. And you take those, you pray over those. But be in prayer for our missions program for 2022, what God would have you give, and then plan on being with us on Sunday, January the 9th, for our Faith Promise Missions Emphasis Sunday. Thank you for taking the time to watch. God bless you, and we'll see you then.